everybody, this is Product Manager Armin Beck speaking. I would like to welcome you to netSCRIPT video tutorial. 3 steps to your Hello World example. Here's what you need. A NetApp with a serial interface port, of course, the USB service cable, a serial cable, Windows Standard Hyperterminal, the installed version of Cycon.net and netSCRIPT debugger. Here's what we do first. Start Windows Hyperterminal, choose the right COM port our NetApp is connected to, and make the serial port configuration. I prepared all the icons here to the left hand side. Start Hyperterminal and give it a reasonable name, netSCRIPT in my case. Then I choose as next the COM port NetApp is connected to and make afterwards a proper configuration of the baud rate. Fine. Okay. This was pretty much it for Hyperterminal, and I will shift the window a little to the upper right corner in order to have space for the other tools following. As next, we have to start Cycon.net to make a proper NetApp configuration. We have to choose the right NetApp and drag and drop it to the bus line. Then we configure NetApp. Then we make a device assignment and choose the right protocol conversion in use. And we have to ensure that a proper firmware is loaded. So, start Cycon. To the right hand side you will find now the device catalog. I will choose the correct NetApp. I have a NetApp real-time Ethernet to serial, by the way, which enables me the configuration of Open Modbus to netSCRIPT. First of all, here we rescan to find the NetApp via the USB port. Afterwards, we make a basic setup of NetApp. First, we are choosing the protocol conversion in use. In my case, it's Modbus TCP to netSCRIPT. In the middle here, you find the firmware, and I will make a download in order to have a proper and valid firmware downloaded into NetApp. A firmware download has to be done only once. NetApp will come up always with the same firmware loaded once it is powered. So this will take a while. And the main configuration of NetApp is done, and we do not need Cycon anymore, so we can close it. And there is no need to save the project. As next, we have to use netSCRIPT debugger. We have to start it, of course, and load the pre-installed Hello World example. We will scan for the NetApp at the USB interface, and we will set up a breakpoint and synchronize the example into NetApp. I will show you how to single step through your source code. In the end, we will watch the Hyperterminal's output and see if we can get out a Hello World from our example. So start netSCRIPT debugger first. First, we have to scan for our NetApp connected to the USB port. In the top line, you will find then a link to our NetApp. Here we are. As next, I will load in the pre-installed Hello World example. In the middle of the window, you will find the source code. I will set up a breakpoint in the first line, and then I connect to the NetApp. In order to get this example run, I have to synchronize it into NetApp. The sync option will download the source code into NetApp. It enables us debugging the source code. So we can walk through the source code in single step mode until we are reaching the Hello World send command. Watch the hyperterminal to the corner when I step over this command. Here we are, we see the hello world. We can continue, we can break. We're in the first source code line. Let us walk again through the code, single step, 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 until we get out another hello world. Here we are. I can remove this breakpoint here and set another here. Another continue will stop at this source code line. Single stepping will give us another hello world. At last, I want to give you a demonstration when we are changing the source code. Let us add another hello. After the change, we have to synchronize the source code into NetApp, of course. It will immediately affect the behavior of NetApp's program. Watch the hyperterminal in the corner and look if we are getting out a hello world. This was a tiny little demonstration about how to use netSCRIPT. Thank you for your attention.